I'm done pretending she's my friend. You want a hook? Here it is. My best friend looked me in the eye and said she should have married a man like my husband. No, not a man like him. Him. My husband. And that was after she asked him to sleep with her. You heard me. We've known each other since school. We did the dumb teenage stuff together, late-night fries, crying over boys, swearing we'd never let a man come between us. Then I met the man who would become my husband. Steady, kind, the kind of man who shows up early and leaves last because he's still helping you clean. Back then, my friend dated him for, 5 minutes? It fizzled, they agreed they were better as friends, and everyone moved on. Except she didn't. She just got quiet about it. Years passed. I had a crush, he had patience, and we built the boring, beautiful life nobody writes songs about. Coffee in the car, shared calendars, rent on time. 11 years together. 8 married. Real love. The kind built out of Tuesday nights and honest grocery lists. Her love life? A demolition derby. One husband who hurt her, then a rebound she married faster than a bad idea. I tried to be the soft place. I really did. But do you know what happens when you become someone's soft place and they never grow up? They drop their weight and then reach for what you're standing on. It started with the ask. She came to me crying one night about a fight with the new guy. "We're not connecting," she said. "I don't think he even sees me." I said all the friend things, therapy, time apart, please don't light a match inside your own house. She nodded, said she understood, dried her eyes, and then she messaged my husband. "Could we talk? I just need a male perspective." He told me immediately. That's who he is. He showed me the messages. It wasn't just male perspective. It was come over. It was you always made me feel safe. It was that careful, slippery language people use when they want to cheat, but need you to do the math for them. He wrote back, "No, I'm married. I love my wife. This isn't appropriate." Full stop. He blocked her for the night and told me what happened. And I did the stupid, loyal thing. I forgave her. I told myself she was spiraling, desperate for validation, broken in a way that made her dangerous to herself. I decided to be the bigger person because the bigger person always gets the prize, right? Right? Weeks passed. She posted a bunch of smiling photos with the new husband, like she was gluing a happy face onto a cracked mug. I thought the storm had cleared. Then the mutual friend called. "Hey, this is awkward," she said. "But your girl, she wasn't just after your husband." Turns out, while she was dating the man who became her current husband, she kept telling our mutual friend, who's happily partnered, that he should shoot his shot, and not with just anyone. With her. Repeatedly. For months. I sat there with the phone to my ear, shaking my head like that would make a different sentence come out. A stupid mistake is one night and shame in the morning. A campaign is something else. When I finally saw my friend again, she went fishing. "How are things with you two?" she asked. "Good," I said. She smirked the way people smirk when they think they're smarter than your life. Then she dropped it. "Sometimes I wonder if I married the wrong type. Maybe I should have married someone like your husband." A beat. Then she looked me dead in the face and said, "Actually, I should have married your husband." I laughed. Out loud. Not because it was funny, but because it was either laugh or break the glass in my hand. Let me say this as clearly as I can for anyone who needs to hear it. If a friend ever tells you she should have married your husband, she is not joking. She is admitting what she's been rehearsing. I went home and told my husband everything. He shrugged in that tired, sad way good people do when they're done being dragged into someone else's chaos. "We should stay out of it," he said. "They need to deal with their own mess." And maybe he's right.
Maybe the smart move is to watch the building burn from the sidewalk instead of running inside because you recognize the furniture. But I am not a sidewalk person when the arsonist is wearing my old friendship bracelet.
Here's the problem nobody likes to say out loud. She doesn't hate me. She wants to be me. And it's almost worse. Because it wasn't just one ask, or one weird line, or one ha-ha kidding unless you're into it. It was steady, thirsty pursuit of any man who would mirror the attention she craves, even if he's wearing a ring. She didn't just cross a line, she went shopping for new markers and started drawing her own map. I replayed the years. The compliments that landed a little too hard, the way she'd study him when he spoke like she was taking notes, the time she asked me what cologne he wears, and I thought it was just curious, not collecting data. Every memory came back with a red underline. I kept searching for my part. Did I flaunt our happiness? Did I make her feel small? But here's the ugly truth. Jealousy doesn't need your help. It only needs a mirror. She had exactly what she wanted, someone to blame for what she refused to build for herself. So what do you do when the person you trust with your spare keys tries to pick the lock on your marriage? I started with boundaries. I stopped sharing the play-by-play of my life with her. No more screenshots of fights or goofy photos of date night. No more, how should I surprise him, texts for her to chew on. She noticed. Of course she did. Starving people always notice when the buffet closes. Then I told her, directly, that the messages to my husband were not forgivable in the way she wanted them to be forgiven. I told her that bringing other men into it made it darker, not lighter. She launched into the greatest hits album. I was hurting, I didn't mean it, I'd never actually do it, you know me. And I said the meanest, most honest thing I've ever said to her. I knew you. I don't know who you are now. Silence. Then anger. Then tears, because tears are the smoke machine people use when they want to make you doubt the fire alarm. For a while, I felt guilty for not comforting her. Guilty for not sanitizing the truth. But then I pictured my husband opening that first message and choosing me without hesitation. I pictured the version of this story where he didn't. And my guilt turned into a clean, hard surface I could finally stand on. Let's talk about her new marriage, the one she sprinted into because she thought a ring would cure loneliness. It takes two divorced people, still bleeding, and slams them together like that's therapy. She wants me to believe they're perfect. The problem is, perfect doesn't need to recruit. Our mutual friend, bless her uncomfortable heart, said something else that stuck with me. Every time we talked, she compared him to your husband. Not a good man, your husband. Do you understand how exhausting it is to be someone's ruler? To know that every good thing gets measured against your private life, your man, your home, your choices. It turns love into a scoreboard and friendship into a sport. I've also heard the advice, tell her husband. I thought about it. I drafted a message in my notes. Then I imagined the explosion. The denials, the counter-accusations, the way these things have a way of turning the truth-teller into the villain. And I listened to my husband, the steady one. We don't light their house on fire, he said. We stop letting them store gasoline in ours. So I did the quiet, powerful thing. I took my life back from her. Small steps, less access, fewer chances to audition for a role that isn't open. Do I feel sorry for her? Sometimes. It's sad to watch someone confuse attention with affection, desire with devotion. But sympathy doesn't mean volunteer your marriage as a practice field.
You don't throw your life jacket to the person trying to pull you under. Here's the part that still makes my jaw clench. She thinks I'm overreacting. She told our mutual friend that nothing happened, as if nothing doesn't include asking a married man to betray his vows, as if nothing didn't include telling the wife you want her husband, as if nothing didn't require me to scrape her fingerprints off the parts of my life that matter most. Do I miss the old her? Sometimes. The one who ate microwave brownies with me at midnight and swore we'd grow old on the same street. But that girl's gone. In her place is a woman who looks at my husband like a door she wasn't meant to open and jiggles the handle anyway. I know people will ask, why not cut her off completely? Because closure is a luxury you don't always get. Because we share history and friends and the kind of family-forged roots that don't up and vanish. Because, if I'm being brutally honest, part of me wanted to believe she'd choose to be better when she realized she couldn't have what's mine. Maybe that's naive. Maybe I'm tired of apologizing for loving people longer than they deserve. Here's what I do know. My husband made his choice. He chose me the second he saw that first message. He didn't flirt with the edge. He didn't just talk. He shut it down and told me. That's what loyalty looks like in the real world. Not flowers, not speeches, the truth, immediately. If you've been waiting for some grand confrontation, a restaurant scene, a thrown drink, sorry, this isn't a soap opera. This is worse. It's quiet. It's 1,000 little cuts where a friend should have been a bandage. It's the realization that she didn't want a better life. She wanted mine. So here's where I leave it with you. If your best friend told a mutual friend she wishes she'd married your husband, if she asked him to sleep with her, if she tried the same moves on other men while committing to one of her own, what's the verdict? Do I scorch the earth and tell her husband? Do I hold the line I've drawn and let them figure out their mess without me? Is there any friendship left to salvage? Or am I just mourning a ghost because it's easier than admitting who she's become? Drop your judgment. Be honest. I can take it. This is Drama Docket. Case closed. The verdict is yours.